He had just left the starting area, and luck struck. A beautiful demon slave offered to be his master. On his way to the Magic Academy, the main guy ran into Tasia. An A-rank mage was sitting beside her, branding her with a slave mark. Once tonight passed, the mark would take effect, and the mage's intentions were written all over his face. Totally shameless and disgusting. Although the mage's goal made him sick, he had no plan to interfere. Then, a villager rushed into the tea house in panic, saying a giant orc had appeared nearby. The tea house erupted in chaos. Giant orcs could only be handled by knights and adventurers. In the panic, someone noticed the mage, and when they heard he was a rank, everyone's eyes changed. He was their only hope. The mage didn't refuse. A chance to shine in front of others was too good to pass up. Giant orcs were B+ rank. He could handle it with full power. He unleashed his strongest 4th tier spell. The explosion kicked up a cloud of dust, but when it cleared, the giant orc stood there completely unharmed. Looking closer, the mage realized it was a berserker orc. 4th tier magic couldn't pierce its skin. He gave up immediately and turned to run. While fleeing, he casually cast a barrier spell, blocking the villagers' escape. The same people who had just looked at him as their savior were now trapped. Used as bait to buy the mage time to escape, he casually cast a 3rd tier spell, and it actually worked. His fundamentals were solid. A 3rd tier spell in his hands hit like a 5th tier. In comparison, the so-called A-rank mage had weak foundations, and using villagers as bait was attempted murder. The main guy told him to free the slave and turn himself in, or he would handle it personally. Then he left, but after gaining freedom, Tasia followed him and asked him to be her new master. Ah, cutie Gucci is so many. You are the most off. The slave mark could not be easily removed. Even if the mage freed her, someone else could still find her and reapply the contract. Rather than become a stranger's slave, she chose him. At least he seemed kinder than that mage. Tasia finally revealed her background. She was a distant relative of Merlin, the academy principal. Once she found Merlin, the slave mark issue could be resolved. The main guy froze. 400 years later, he was hearing his own student's name again. The disciple who once followed him was now a big shot at the academy, and he had just saved his student's relative. So, he decided to become Tasia's master for now, and head to the academy together. They reached the town before dark. The entrance exam was tomorrow. He planned to get Tasia a meal first. He picked a high-class restaurant, but as soon as they entered, the waiter's face turned cold at the sight of a slave. When he actually let Tasia sit at the table, the manager directly asked them to leave. This place doesn't serve slaves, and he questioned whether he could even afford the bill. The main guy stayed calm and casually placed 3 dragon tears on the table. The manager froze. 1 dragon tear was worth 500 gold. Even one was rare, and he had pockets full of them, all inherited from his father's estate. The manager's attitude flipped instantly, personally escorting them to a private room and bringing out multiple platters of top-tier dishes. The next day, he first bought Tasia new clothes, then brought her along to the exam hall to take the Magic Academy entrance test together.